Hey everybody, what's going on? Wednesday night, just sitting here. I've got a ton of stuff to talk about. You guys have sent me so many messages about my camera setup. So I decided it's probably the second most asked question that I get. First one's where I hunt. I'm not going to tell everybody where I'm hunting, otherwise I won't have any spots left. Just know that if there's a pheasant season right now open in any state that has pheasants, I'm probably gonna be there at some point. I hunt a lot of states. I hunt an awful lot of states. So just know that I'm not gonna tell you where I'm hunting at any given time. It's pretty easy to tell what state or a couple states that I'm hunting in just by the terrain. To be honest with you, I've hunted in one, two, three, four, five, six, eight states so far this year for pheasants. Every single one of them has had pheasants. A lot of pheasants. So if you want to go hunt wild pheasants, there's plenty of spots to go. You don't need to just focus on one. You can go to the Dakotas, you can go to Iowa, you can go to Minnesota, you can go to Nebraska. Kansas is okay. Montana's got birds. You can go literally anywhere in the pheasant belt and harvest roosters. It's not a difficult thing this year. But everybody wants to know about my camera setups to that I film my hunts with. I am strictly a GoPro and my phone. That's all that I use. So I've got a Hero 10 Black. I've got two of them. I haven't bought a 13 yet because these two work just perfectly fine. So I haven't thought about buying one. Uh, it's on a hat clip that I got off of Amazon. Just a $10 hat clip goes on my hat. You need a really strong build hat, and the Richardson 112s are really good hats, and I usually tighten it down an extra button, and it seems to do pretty well. Now, I mean, if you want, you can go get a bearded Uplander Richardson 112 off of my website right now, and that's the hat that I wear 90% of the time. I have an orange one, I have a black one. I love Richardson 112 hats. I just love them. And that's pretty much what all of my hats will be on, is 112s usually. But anyway, back to the camera. So yeah, I have it on hat clip, and I also turn it at just a little bit of an angle because I'm a righty. So I turn it to the left a little bit. So when I pull up my gun, the barrel, it's not like you're gonna get it in the frame. You're gonna get the shot in the frame. I noticed that right off the bat because I don't put it in wide mode. I put it in linear mode. So it's a little bit narrower. It's a little tighter. I record everything in 4K, 60 frames per second. It's the active setting that's on your GoPro. It seems to be very crisp and clear when I download it to YouTube, when I download it to social media, all the stuff that I download it to, and it keeps the clearness through all of them. So I like that one the best. And the batteries. So let me open this one back up here and I will show you. I used to have a battery pack that I would have in my pouch, and then I would wire it up through my hat and then over the top and hook up to it. It worked really well, but the wiring was always in the way. It was hard to keep the wire in, and then when you got out or when you're done with the field, you take your vest off and it would just get tangled up. It was just a pain. So last year, I decided to just buy a bunch of these batteries, the Enduro batteries, which is the white and black ones. They have some new ones that are the extended life batteries now that are blue and black. But so I have three of these in my pocket when I go, and then one in the camera. And then when I get back to the truck and I've switched them out a few times, if it's a long walk or whatever, I take the old ones out. I put in my charger that's in my truck, and I switch them out that way. Usually I can get an hour and a half out of a battery, and it's usually not a problem. It just depends. If you have your front facing camera on, it's going to drain it. And if you have the back one on, it's going to drain it. So I try to shut both of them off because I don't need them on, because I know that I'm going to just record the way that I do. I don't ever have to worry about the screens. So I just turn them off. Battery back in here real quick, and I'll show you a couple other things too. So also, when I'm setting up my camera, See how it is. Here, let me get it so you can see it here. See how it's pretty much level. I don't like it to be exactly level. I like it to be just a tick leaning back, because when you put it on your hat, it's already kind of pointed down. If you can see that, it's kind of hard to see, but it's already kind of pointed down when you have it straight up and down. So I just tilt it back just a little bit so it will have the right angle. And then, I always twist it just a smidge. Like if you're looking at me straight on, it's twisted just a smidge to this way. That's how I do it. That's how I've always done it since I had the first GoPro that I've ever had. Also, one thing, if you're worried about the battery life, I have a lot of people ask me, do you have it going the whole time, or do you have it, do you turn it on when the dogs get birdie? It just depends. I will turn it if I know that it's going to be a really good walk. If it's stuff that I've hunted before, or I've hunted, back home for the last 20 years of my life. If I know that it's going to be a banger, I'll have it go the whole time. I mean, 15-minute clip, I'm fine with it going the whole time, and I can edit it out what I want, whenever. If I'm hunting a big walk and I know that there's certain pockets where the birds are going to be, I'm going to click it on and off every time, when we're getting close to this area, or, like when I'm up in North Dakota and I'm hunting sharp tails and I know that, like, okay, over the hill, there's some bushes. I know it's going to be real good. I'll wait till I get up to the top of the hill. Or if the dogs get birdie, of course, I'm going to click it. I mean, pay attention to your dogs, of course, but I will wait till I get to the crest of that hill. Then and I leave it off. I don't turn it on. And then when I start it, I hit that top button when it's on my hat, and it just died. Anyway, so I hit that top button when it's on my head, and it'll give you the 3 beeps, and then it'll start recording. Well, then when you're done, you hit it again, and it'll give you, like, I don't know, it's like 6 or 8 beeps real fast in a row. That means it's turned off. So that way I don't have the camera on. It's saving battery. I just hit that button and it automatically starts it. Okay. So that's pretty much the rundown of the camera. I have the motion sensor, so when you're walking, it's not, shaking so bad. I always have that on. I always have, you can do the voice activated. I don't do it. There's some days that I don't like to talk at all. And then there's some days that I talk way too much. It's it's repetition for me just to push that button. I don't even think twice about it. I push the button. Also, when now that I'm done recording it and I'm editing it all, I will either do it on the app, which is the GoPro app. I think it's the quick app, I think is what it's called. It's GoPro's app. I do that and I have it on there. And if I want to quick edit something because it's really cool and I want to put it out, or I want to remember that one or send it to some friends or whatever, I'll do it on the app. Otherwise, I go home and I have a external hard drive that I use, that I download everything down to it. And then at the end of the season, when I start putting videos together that are the longer videos, I will name each hunt, and then I will start cutting apart. Each weekend I'll have, say it's like Thanksgiving weekend. I've got Thanksgiving Day. The next day I do it by days, and then I put something on it, like where we're at, if I'm in South Dakota, or if I'm in, like in Halloween, I was in the grasslands hunting grouse. So that would be what that one says, and then I'd have folders for each one. Then I can go back and edit. I mean, I have so far this year, I'll bet you I have close to a terabyte worth of videos. So, I mean, I'm literally recording everything that I do. And there's some stuff that's pretty hilarious. Like I got one the other day where I tripped over this gigantic red rock. I don't know how the hell I didn't see it. I tripped right over it, and I got that on video. So I'll be putting that out as a blooper. Like, look at how stupid I am when I trip over it's a giant rock, and I tripped right over top of it. Anyway, so that's what I do. I edit that way. I also have, I have the app for when I'm turkey hunting. I always put a camera out by my decoy and have it pointed towards the strutter or towards the Jake decoy that I know that the toms are going to come in and fight. I always have one like that. And then I have my phone ready because I can run the cameras off of my phone, off of the app. So that's a really handy tool if you're doing anything like that, or you're bow hunting and you have it on the tree down by the ground or whatever. That's another thing that you can turn it on and off from your phone on the app. Really cool feature that they have. I know that the new things have the microphone capabilities, and that's really the main thing that's driving me to probably end up getting one, so I can have a mic on me instead of using the a microphone that's on the camera, because the wind kind of sucks. You can get the media kit that'll go over it and then have the microphone, which is an option also, but then that makes the camera heavier. So I just haven't done it. A lot of the stuff, if it's windy out, I don't put that out as a video. It might go on like my clip videos or whatever, but I don't usually put that on anything. I'll put music over it on social media or something like that. So that's pretty much how I run everything from my camera. It's either this or it's this. And yeah, it's pretty simple. I wish I had the money. I wish I could afford to have a cameraman with me, which hopefully that's in the future. And hopefully I can make some shows and stuff like that to give you guys some more in depth into what I do. It's hard to film everything that I want to do in my head from a POV standpoint. So I've got a drone. I do some stuff with that also, but as far as my setup goes, this is what I carry on. This is what I have on my head. This is what I am running 100% of the time. This will always be on when I'm bird hunting. So I hope that answers a lot of your questions. I'm going to do a couple of these. I'm going to go over some of the products that I use this week. I know probably, yeah, this week. I have a big hunt next week down south that I have to go to, but I'll be putting out videos like this. I need to know what you guys want to see. If you want to see some good videos, I can put them out on YouTube. Some clip videos of some old stuff that I have, or the new stuff that I'm doing as far as like an episode wise. They're going to be like 5-10 minute long videos. And there's one that's really good on how to pick apart a public piece that I'm going to put out. And then maybe a couple cooking videos. You guys tell me what you want me to put out, and I will, along with the social media clips. I said the hats, like I said, my store is still open. My website has all the merch. It's really good quality stuff. Everybody that buys it loves it. And I'm going to have some other things come out this year. January 1st is going to be a big date for me. I have, just to be honest, transparent, I have went out on my own now, and I am doing this full time now as far as being a content creator, hunting wise. I'm going to do a whole bunch of stuff with conservation minded stuff. I'm going to start pushing a lot more stuff onto that, to where it's going to be focused on conservation, focused on trying to get some more CRP on the ground. I'm also going to give you legitimately the raw, real way I hunt, the way that I know 90% of the people that follow me, 90% of the people that I know how we hunt birds, how we do it. It's the way I've always done it. I'm always going to put out the stuff that's the good, bad, and the ugly. I mean, the other day, it was Saturday of Thanksgiving weekend. I shot the worst that I've probably shot in my entire life. And I mean, I still scratched out my limit, but I shot the worst that I've ever shot. And I'm going to put that out there. And I got ripped apart for it, which it is what it is. I don't care. I mean, I shoot a lot of pheasants, so it's not, everybody's going to have a bad day. Everybody's going to have a real bad shooting slump. It is what it is. I got a new gun that I'm using to try and get used to it, because I want to use it a lot more for waterfowl. I want to use it a lot more for turkeys. I want to use it a lot more for just a backup gun, just something fun to carry every once in a while. It's a semi-auto. I had an issue with my Beretta. I honestly, I'll tell everybody, I put it on my dog box, on my B Pro kennel. I put it on the top and pulled out of the field, and it fell off, and I think somebody picked it up. It is what it is. I reported it to the police. So if it turns up, it turns up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. There's nothing I can do about it now. So I got this semi-auto as a backup gun, and don't worry, next year I will have another side by side or over and under. Accidents happen, stupid stuff. When I go out bird hunting, I've got about 1,000 things going through my head at the same time, and I just lax and didn't even think about it. I was worried about my dogs on the highway, and I wanted to get them loaded up. I will trade every shotgun that I have ever owned to make sure that my dogs are loaded up in the dog box, safe, not having to worry about getting hit by a car, because that's the worst thing that could ever possibly happen. So it is what it is. And I've got some new things coming up. I'm going to do another giveaway. It's not going to be for a pheasant hunt. It's going to be for something extremely cool. And there might be 2 of them on there. I'm not 100% sure how we're going to do it yet, but it's going to be a trip of a lifetime for somebody. So, and everything will be paid for except for your license and transportation there. It's going to be a blast. Both of them will be a blast if we get both of them accomplished. And that'll start January 1st also. And then Pheasant Fest is coming up, and I'll be there in Minneapolis with bells on. I've got a bigger booth. All my friends that were there at Kansas City, if you were there, they will be there also. And we're going to have a good time. And I'm just going to keep putting out the best content that I can. But if you guys have anything that you want to know or to hear, let me know and I'll make it happen. It's pretty easy for me to do videos like this to help people out, because that's what we need. We need more people doing it the right way. So you guys let me know what you want for the next couple, and I'll see you on the next one. And good luck. Hope everybody's having a great season. Talk to you later.